Hello and a warm welcome to Joburg Today. I am Nashina Mohammed. Always a pleasure to have you with us. How many cell phones, laptops and other electric devices you have lying around at home? Well, one option to clean out those cupboards is to recycle these gadgets. Marisa found out more.
When dying or falling out of favor, electronics like this becomes e-waste and potentially dangerous. Apparently, a recycling send-off is better than a rubbish bin burial. Let's find out. Goodbye, old friend.
One should recycle all electronic waste responsibly because it is now illegal to place it into a rubbish bin, and there's some very serious fines ranging for up to 10 million or 10 years or both.
These devices contain a combination of hazardous substances like mercury and arsenic, as well as valuable materials like gold and aluminium. E-waste recycling is therefore dangerous and specialized. Some of the safest e-scrap recycling journeys in Africa start at containers like this, run by world-class e-waste recycler Desco Electronic Recycler and mass retailer Macro.
It makes good sense for us to get involved in assisting our customers to safely and responsibly dispose of their e-waste. We can offer a convenient take-back facility, and working with Desco, we're able to ensure that the products are safely disposed of and recycled appropriately. And typically we take between 130 and 140 tons of post-consumer e-waste each year.
The size of the e-waste problem is very difficult to depict, but in this country we generate approximately 360,000 tons of e-waste, which is the same as 360,000 one-ton bucky loads of e-waste. Or alternatively, worldwide, approximately 55 million tons of e-waste is generated annually, which makes it the fastest growing waste stream in the world today.
In the meantime, my laptop and other has-been devices arrived at Desco's recycling facility.
When it arrives here at Desco, it gets weighed, offloaded, dismantled and then recycled. Glass containing lead is a problematic fraction that cannot be recycled, and we take it to a highly hazardous landfill site.
And this is now the last of how I will remember my good old friend. Here, recycling takes place according to internationally accepted standards and practices.
South Africa compares very favorably compared to the rest of the world when it comes to managing our e-waste, in terms of the fact that we are achieving recycling rates of up to 98% of the devices that come in. At least 98% is recycled versus around 73 to 75% in countries like Europe.
Although Desco gives a rebate to people dropping off e-scrap at their plant, this is not always the case all over South Africa.
All of the fractions are recovered, so the low value fractions or the hazardous fractions are then treated in a compliant fashion by the accredited recycler. And that is the main reason why consumers should not expect to get anything back for that, because to do that compliantly or in a legal fashion is a very expensive exercise, and they have very big infrastructure in place to do so.
And at the end of the process, clean fractions are trucked off to internationally accredited specialist recyclers. Marisa de Klerk, Joburg Today.
Like us on Facebook, joburgtoday.tv, and follow us on Twitter at Joburg Today. Glass blowing is one of the world's oldest art forms, but has only recently gained traction in South Africa.
The Crucible Arts Centre gives Joburg's artists the space to create and display their works while focusing on glass art.
Crucible Arts Centre is basically a place where people can come, look at, appreciate or do art of any form. We concentrate predominantly on glass though. any form of working with hot glass. I don't think there's a very strong culture for glass in South Africa, specifically glass blowing. That's one of the reasons, believe it or not, why we concentrate on the glass blowing at the Crucible, because we do offer an opportunity for people to come and experience glass blowing. There's one tertiary institution that does give glass blowing as part of their fine arts degree. You can major in glass blowing. When the students leave there is actually nowhere for them to come or go and blow. There are a limited number of hot shops in the country as well. I think at last count there are about 5 hot shops. And I do believe we might be the only one that allows public access. And glass students can come and work here, they can use the equipment. There are 2 of us most of the time. So Ryan and myself do most of the blowing here, but neither of us work here. It's an art centre. We produce art here. There are lessons offered here. We began by offering a beginner's course and an intermediary course, an advanced course. But everybody's propensity for glass blowing differs. Historically, it's one of the earliest art forms that appeared. The culture in South Africa, unfortunately, isn't very strong for glass blowing. Nothing like Europe and so on. So the more we can spread that culture and people realize the rich history in the creating of glass and using molten glass, the better it will be.
Hi, I'm Sophie Ndaba, and you are watching Joburg Today.
And that brings us to the end of the show, but for more coverage on the city, check out our playlist. And that's it from me, Noshina. Have a good one.